Alright, so for this game we're going to be looking at, where you at? Homades. Homades, yeah, I'm going with that. Homades on nice Thresh support. Started the right items. Typically, uh, I definitely suggest going Relic Shield, but lately I've been lazy and I've been getting coin, so if you're like looking at my stuff, um, don't put too much stock in it just because I'm too lazy to last hit. And I find that like towards the late game you don't get any gold out of it, whereas you get gold out of Talisman. Also, a Talisman's really good to have, so you know either one works. Um, okay, excuse me. So you need to get you need to get both of two melee minions in the first wave, or like one melee in the first and then one in the second. It's important that you use the charge in your first wave because then it'll be back up by the time that the cannon comes. And with the relic shield you can get uh, every cannon and then like a melee minion, say every other or every third wave, maybe something like that. That was a really smart hook. Good luck on that. Unfortunately, Morgana had the binding, or I'm sorry, the black shield. You have to dodge bindings a little bit better. Um, okay, so let's look at this. Um, and so you get bound, and you guys are putting a lot of damage on the Caitlyn. The only issue being that Morgana's gonna black shield. So at this point you have two options. You go for the Caitlyn with the hook, which is gonna get blocked by this minion that you flayed into you, or you take a little step up, you hook for the Morgana, pull her into the trap. The reason that you can do that is because she's going to black shield the Caitlyn, like regardless of what you do. So if you hook her and pull her into the trap, then she's not going to be in the fight for a little bit, and it's going to be a 1v2. Like you're low already, but she's probably going to be at like a quarter health after your flay because Jinx is just throwing down autos. So if you take Morgana out of this fight, you step up, you hook, you walk down, because that'll like pull her into the traps, and you exhaust the Caitlyn. Caitlyn has to blow at least flash to escape. I'd imagine what's going to happen here is either they're going to turn damage back onto you and you're going to have to flash away, or Caitlyn's going to run away. She might have to blow a summoner just because Jinx is really strong, but we'll see. Like this hook just wasn't going to hit. Yeah, she flashed in aggressively, which was a really bad move by her, but she might even die for it. Yeah, she should. Come on, Jinx, I believe. There you go. Okay, you guys got first blood, but had they played it properly, that just definitely wouldn't have happened, because at this point, she's caliber netted away, she queued, she doesn't have the damage to kill you, even with an auto, probably because you can just take a biscuit and instantly get 20 health. So she's probably not going to be able to kill you, but she doesn't realize that, right? She goes for the flash, auto. You drop down to 22 health because your potion was ticking. You didn't take a new one, but you could have. And then you get the Jinx Summoner heal. So had she played that right, she would have gotten away pretty much free. She didn't, so she died for it, but you know, you could have been in control of that situation instead of counting on the misplay from the Caitlyn. Had you just stepped up, thrown the hook at Morgana, and made your own play there. But that's not a big misplay. I see what you were going for. Like, had you hit the Caitlyn, it was a free kill, but the minion was in the way. So at this point, your AD carry has 1k. Probably not the worst time to back. Um, Very good. You got the Targon's upgrade and award. It might be worth it to get a pink ward instead of a green ward, but I don't know if you had the gold. Um, so now you guys are stronger, in theory, like you guys are winning the lane, but uh, your AD carry hasn't bought yet. So that's a really important thing to remember. Their AD carry has died once, right? Your AD carry has first blood. You've shopped, but the Caitlyn is sitting on 2 Doran's blades, whereas your Jinx only has 1. So it looks like your Jinx is going to try and hold out for a BF sword. If that happens, you'll be in a really good position. This would be a great time for a hook, by the way. Oh, yeah, it's on cooldown. Okay. But you'll be in a really good position if your AD carry gets to BF sword without you having to back, or without having to back yet. But if you guys fight and she dies, you're going to throw your lead. So at this point, you need to be really cautious about the plays that you try to make. So I backed it up here because I want you to look at something, and that is their positioning. Caitlyn's on the other side of the wave, Morgana's hiding behind the minions, and this is all because of the pressure that you applied just by having your hook. You throw your hook, and your pressure's gone. Instantly Morgana is going to step up, instantly Caitlyn's going to step up, and you missed a hook, which, whatever, that happens, but by missing that hook, you've given up a lot of pressure. So both you and Jinx are like full retreat, and that's just because, you know, you hooked a minion instead of Jinx or Caitlyn. Now, had you hit that hook, it probably would have went fairly well. You might have gotten a kill or at least done decent damage. But like I said, their AD carry has an item, whereas yours doesn't. So it's hard to say what would have happened. It potentially could have gone well, but it might not have, right? So having your hook up can be better than hitting a hook. Obviously, that hook was really nice. That flay was super nice. I don't know if you meant to do that, but you flayed her out of her net animation, which was really well played. Got a lot of extra damage down from that. Again, the Morgana Black Shield is sort of a pain because she was able to Black Shield, and so here we'll look at that and pretend that there's not a Morgana support. So had you hit this same hook and they didn't have a Morgana support, you flayed the wrong way. And the reason I say that, shoot, I hit the wrong button. And the reason I say that you flayed the wrong way, if they didn't have a Morgana support, is because Jinx throws the trap leading, right? If you flay this way, you flay her right onto the traps. So, even though she's closer, what's the trap stun? Second and a half? Yeah. That's 1.5 seconds that she's stunned, whereas and it does damage, right? So, granted she has to walk around, but had she been stunned, you guys would have probably been able to put down more damage. That would have definitely hit still. That also might have been a good time to exhaust, because you would have been able to force... Actually, you might have been able to kill had you exhausted, because she doesn't have any summoners up, and you saw her net. But, that's an important thing, keeping track of summoner spells and mobility spells. So, you know that her flash is down, you know that her heal is down, or at least you could, if you time them. I don't know if you are. If you're not, that's something you need to do. But if you're timing them, you know what the deal is with her summoners, and you saw her use her net. So you know that she has no mobility left. Putting an exhaust on her is going to make her go slow. She's not going to be able to do any damage back. It is it gives you a lot of control. So make sure you know timers, or you keep track of summoner spell timers, and you sort of keep an eye on their mobility spells. So we're gonna watch this little skirmish again. You step up. Okay, so you walked up, and as soon as Jinx throws these traps, and they hit you, you walked up really aggressively and didn't really do anything. I'm not sure why you walked up there. Maybe you just like clicked into lane and weren't paying attention. I think that's probably what happened. But like right here, even like a second sooner, when you saw the Jinx through the trap, you could have walked back in and gone for a hook on Caitlyn. If you hit the hook on Caitlyn, then she's a free kill, right? Like, look at her health. If she were CC'd by you for like the 2 seconds or second and a half, yeah, second and a half the death sentences, it would have been a pretty free kill. That being said, I'd imagine you were sort of spooked when you got into lane and were like, oh shit, how'd I get here?
Hey, wake up.
On top of that, excuse me. On top of that, if you had exhausted, you might have been able to save your AD carry. So that was a really nice play. Look at, yeah, really well done for your elo. Like typically you don't see that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I don't know how. Oh, your Jinx got hit with the trap back there. Unfortunately, that happened and the Morgana stepped. But beyond that, that was a really smart play, really strong. Had you known her summoner spell timings, you would have known that she didn't have flash, or that she had flash up, and she'd be able to escape, most likely. But beyond that, really well done. So we're gonna take a look. Shoot. I was looking rather minor for a second. Okay. So, your AD carries clearing a pink. That's a really nice hook. And then, okay, so you understand, like, flaying into the trap, I think. Or you were just flaying for distance. But you flayed her into the trap. Really smart move, because you're able to force her into that really strong CC of Jinx. That's why Thresh Jinx is a pretty strong combo. So, really well played there. At this point, the game is in your hands. Like, if you guys keep snowballing, you've got a really good shot at winning. Oh, I'm just realizing you have an AFK. Well, shit. That sucks. Okay, let's look at this dragon. So, did you just buy some stone? We're gonna go back a little bit. Back to when you guys killed Vi. Okay, so you don't have sightstone, but you do have wards. So if I'm you, I drop my pink ward right here, and a green ward like over the wall or right here, because especially with this man disadvantage, you know that they're going to be able to take a dragon pretty much anytime they want, because your top laner's not there. So as soon as you guys backed, they should have been like, well, their bot lane's not here, let's go for dragon, which their Vi kinda did. A little bit late, but that's essentially what they did. Now, you're over here clearing this ward, which isn't bad, but had you gotten the vision before you based, you'd know that they were on dragon. You guys lost dragon, you might get caught out here, I don't think so. Yeah, you don't get caught, but you guys lost dragon, your Jinx is probably gonna die. Varus is gonna clean some stuff up, but very nice hook, very nice fillet. You guys might actually come out of this fight really positive, but like that team fight you guys mechanically won, right? Like as far as Thresh mechanics and uh, like knowing when you can go in and out. You played that really well. Probably carried that fight. Um, but had you had vision on the dragon, you wouldn't have had to like fight your way out of it like that. Uh, that fight was sloppy, so we'll look at how it could have been better. So you're full health, your Jinx is full health, and they're both pretty much full health. They missed the binding, which is huge. Going on this is really smart. Um, Unfortunately, she gets spell shielded, and then the Morgana ult. So Caitlyn's really low, but Morgana's ulting, and you guys are running. Probably not gonna get away from that unless you guys split up, which you did. Here's the biggest issue with this is you're focusing Caitlyn and Jinx isn't in a position to help. So um, you're too deep right now, essentially. Like there's no way that your Jinx is going to be able to come back you up. And if you would have just gone for this Morgana, you might have still died. Probably not, but you guys might have been able to get the Morgana. Like you were just too deep, and you pretty much sacrificed yourself because you notice like their Morgana came back for you, but you didn't go back for their Morgana. Like you two were in a very similar situation where you were both past each other. She turned around, you went deeper, and that let them get a 2v1 on you. Also, when they've got this Morgana that's going to be able to throw out her ult and be annoying, like she's going to be able to zone you really well, her main target is going to be your Jinx, so you need to save your Lantern for that. And then what you can do is whenever she throws out her ult, you run the opposite way of Jinx, throw a Lantern for Jinx. Once you get out of range, Jinx can take the Lantern, you know, fly over, and you're both safe from the Morgana ult. You take the initial damage, but you're not gonna get stunned by it, which is like the biggest problem, right? So using your Lantern a little bit more efficiently would be nice. It'll make a pretty big difference.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, so the jungler's here. You want to protect your bank. Your Jinx just like 1v2'd, I think. Yeah. So you guys are really strong. That's a really nice hook. You could probably take that. It was smart not to, but I think you might have been able to. You had Box, you had Flay, and your Jinx wasn't too far. Ooh. Okay. So you see her backing, so you go for the like flashy play with the flash hook, but she just sort of walked away, so you need to be aware that she might not be a retard. I'm sorry, she might not be a moron. That's not very much, that's not a whole lot nicer either. She might not be really stupid, and just like let you do that, right? So she might not be shopping or whatever, and you're probably not going to get away with it. So you have to like pick a side. What I would advise is say say you're trying to get this minion, right? And you flash to like here or whatever, and you throw out your hook. Don't throw it right at the center of the minion. You want to sort of pick a side a little bit. So, you know, if you throw it here, you're going to hit the minion if it doesn't move, but you're also going to hit it if it moves to this minion, right? Like about where that minion is. I mean, distance might be a bit of a problem, but like, does that make sense? You sort of increase your shot of hitting it because like say you throw it in the middle and they move, either way they go, there's probably a 100% chance that you're gonna miss. If you pick this side and they don't move, you're gonna hit them, or you can hit them if they go that way. So it's a little bit more than a 50% chance of hitting it. Um, Whereas throwing it right on top of them has a lower chance. Just because if they move, like you're not gonna hit it. If they don't move, it's probably gonna be. It's the easiest hook, right? Like it's right on top of them. Going in on that was insane because you have nothing to seal with. So um, right now, you guys should be like, can't really take it. The best that you guys can do is throw a Varus Q at it and hope that you get it. If I'm you, I'm playing like here. Um, you play back. You know that this Rumble's right here. You know that 3 of them are on it. You probably don't know where this Caitlyn is. No. But uh, you know that there's 3 of them there. You know that there's one there. Caitlyn is here. You don't know that, but you might have an assumption. Um, Varus is safe. You're in a moderately safe position. Like, you're safe right now, but if, like, Morgana binds you and Vi Q's over, and then, like, Rumble comes on you, you're dead. So, I'd advise playing, like, here, and then let your Varus walk up, try and Q snipe, because that's about the best that you guys can do, and just lantern him and run away. That's a great thing about Thresh. Thresh and Bard and, what's another support that can do it? I can't think of another support off the top of my head right now that's really good at like contesting objectives like this, because any jungler with like a gap closer or a way to jump over the wall, think like J4, Gragas, um, Echo, like those kinds of Vi, any champion that can just get over the wall, they can get over with a spell, go for the steal, and get Lantern out with Thresh. That's a great thing about Thresh. Bard has a similar thing where he can magical journey across the backside and they can try and smite. Those champions give really safe objective like Dragon and Baron contests. So it's really smart to abuse that. You rotating to over here is not bad. Your positioning is definitely better than when it was over by the Rumble. I think your Varus should probably ult over the wall, and then you guys might be able to stop it without going in. Going in on that, you had no way to steal. Like, the odds of you stealing it with the Flay just aren't that high, and you guys just get, like, murdered for it. You went 0 for 2 to try and contest a dragon that you had, like, maybe a 1% chance of stealing. And even if you had, like, what do you gain? For first dragon? Yeah, first dragon, and you would have denied them second dragon. So it just really wasn't worth it. That was a really nice pick. She shouldn't be backing in that bush, but well played there. You guys are definitely in a position where you can win this game. Like, you have a Jinx Varus, which is really pokey, and an Udyr that can, if he plays it right, be really annoying and like peel, CC, and you've got great peel. So if you guys peel for your 2 like poke carries, you're not in a bad spot. Like, it's 4v5, but it's a very winnable 4v5. That's a nice hook. Going in on it's a little bit risky because, as you're noticing here, as soon as they turn on you, you're dead. And this is sort of the problem with the situation you're in, is that you guys have to go for these like ballsy plays simply because it's a 4v5. But some of them are like going to get you killed. Like this Udyr being here, definitely a little bit risky, because they all CC him, and then he's screwed. This is a 3v5 at best. Like Caitlyn died earlier down here. I mean, it's kind of a 3v4. I'd almost consider it a 3v5 because Caitlyn fought the Udyr and then this thing happened. It's a 3v4, but essentially you guys are fighting uh, like with losing odds already, so you need to go for as many even fights as you can, and like going in even to just try to save the Udyr. Got 3 of you killed, right? Uh, Granted, we'll say it was a 3 for 2 because Caitlyn got soloed earlier, but like, not worth. I just want to watch Thresh, please. So far, that fight was really well played from you. Play, very nice. Get a good angle. That's a really nice hook on Rumble. That's a really good box. Unfortunately, the Vi has ult, and she's just going to be able to dunk. But you throw your shield and face of the mountain. That at least lets him survive the Vi burst. He ulted, but did he miss? Or did it just not count because he died? Oh, I guess he missed. Okay, that's unfortunate. Your Udyr is split pushing top, and you really should be taking that tower. So at this point, like, your build's good. What can you do to win this game? Well, you should have healed fully, but like, what can you do to win this game? I think you go like Banner of Command. Banner of Command, like a ZZ Rot portal. Like, you guys need to get like a full lane of split push that doesn't involve or doesn't require you to be there. Just because, you know, 4v5 game. Again, you guys are contesting a dragon that you don't really have a chance at getting. Contesting this isn't bad. Had you hit the hook on Rumble, you guys probably would have gone 2 for 0. You still might. Oh, hopefully you live here because you got doubles. Yeah, see, like, even staying to try and take that dragon, you guys don't really have a chance at getting it. You don't have a smite, and they've got backup coming in. Hopefully, that was funny. Well done there. Probably shouldn't have worked, but good job. I really hope you don't get a locket. Like, a locket's good, and it might not be bad in this situation, but I think a Banner of Command would really help your pushing, and since it's 4v5, you need all the help with pushing you can get. This is a really good game so far. Like, it's really clean. As far as what you can improve, nice escape. As far as what you can improve, oh, you got Locket. Like I said, Banner Command would have been nice. Wow, you guys are gonna win this game. That's insane. Nice hook. Well done. You guys deserve that one. Um, so like I said, as far as what you can improve, your laning phase could use a little bit of work. Um, you really need to understand like the power of having a hook and not throwing it. Uh, it's really strong just to zone. You don't need to hit a hook for it to be useful. Um, you just need to have it off of cooldown, like available. Um, you you play team fights really well. Um, your objective, like when you contested objectives, you were a little bit overly aggressive, like going in on that dragon to try and steal it with Flay. It's not going to happen. Um, Probably not worth doing that. But besides that, like really strong game from you. Um, 3-5 and 25 and a 4v5. Like this this was a really good game, and you've kind of got me at a loss for words on like what to do better. The only thing would be like landing phase. Your warding was a little bit lackluster. In that like there was that instance where I suggested that you should ward dragon, and you should have pink warded tri-brush, just like basic warding stuff that we can go over a little bit, and laning phase, which is like where I'm best at. We can talk about that a little bit more. But your team fights were great. Everything else was really good. So good game. You guys definitely deserve the win. And I'm gonna upload this now, and we will talk about it.